All right, family. We are live. Oh, yeah, yes. Shout out to everybody waiting in the chat, waiting on KT. So I decided to say, let me go live real quick. We're gonna have a quick show tonight. Important show, a Q&A. For the community. Wait, hold up. A Q&A. King Simon just sent me something. A Q&A for the community to help the community out when it comes to health. I think that is very important to have a question and answer sometimes, and not just me and the host talk. Because when y'all get an opportunity to directly ask questions, it could be more effective, especially with help with health. Because I know everybody has a specific situation in their homes or in their families or somewhere in their environment. Check this out real quick. Check this out real quick before we get started. All right. Oh, I see KT just came in the background. KT just came. My brother KT. KT, can you hear me?
I can hear you, bro. What's going on?
Everything good. Check this out real quick, KT.
Okay.
Get your questions ready because we're gonna start taking questions immediately. This is all about y'all today, with the Q&A. But yo, KT, this is dude that that's because we doing an AI workshop.
Okay.
Is this dude on Instagram that's gonna be a part of the workshop. Absolutely incredible. And as a brother like you who appreciates cinema and the comics and Marvel, I'm glad you came. I was about to play, but I'm glad you came at the right time. Check
All
this
right,
out.
let's go.
Show y'all sign up for the AI workshop. Check this out, KT. This is incredible. And this is not the 4K version. I'm gonna get that tomorrow, but I just want to premiere. Check this out, y'all, fam. This is where we're going right here. Check this out.
The future ain't coming, it's already here. Power don't wait, it's taken by those who claim it. Write your fate, or be forgotten.
Try to bury it. If they learn to use the AI, we are doomed.
Every age brings change, but this time, it's different. Power belongs to those who master AI.
It's too late. They are teaching them everything. Cannot stop them.
Create whole worlds, not in years, but in days.
No gatekeepers. No Hollywood. We tell our own story now.
If you miss this train, there isn't another one coming.
Every empire began with vision. This time, it begins with you.
Keep them ignorant. Blind them with fear and distractions.
It's already too late. They are having an AI masterclass workshop.
Step into mastery. Join a movement of creators, inventors, and visionaries.
This is your fate.
This workshop is teaching them how to use their imagination effectively. We are doomed. They cannot be allowed to learn this power. It's already too late.
This is the AI Master, Gods of Intelligence Workshop, ready to guide you.
Oh my God, family. Yo, family. Give a hand. Give a hand for that. Give a hand for that. Yo, family.
That joint was crazy. They had the Aquaman.
Bro, Black Aquaman. Listen.
They had the Aquaman dude. They had the priest going sweating bullets.
Now imagine, because the movie theaters ain't making no money. Imagine renting out a movie theater in Atlanta and having a filming for our own movie with our own superheroes. Family, sky is the limit. Right. Let me share this link before we get started. Oh my God, wait till I start playing this at the beginning of my shows. This brother is a part of the workshop. Yo, oh my God.
Yeah, that was beast mode. That was beast mode.
Oh my God. This is what I'm telling you about when y'all be like, AI. No, this is how we're gonna do AI. We're not doing AI how they're doing AI. This is how we're doing AI.
Of course we're gonna put the spin on it now. You know we gotta do it with the sauce on it.
Man, all right. I just shared the link. Make sure y'all click on that link. Let's get to some help with the community.
Oh yeah. So yeah, before we even do that, let me make the announcement and let everybody know about this Sunday. in Atlanta, for all of y'all's in Atlanta, and you're definitely invited to come on through, Rich. Sunday 3 to 6 at Wadata. I'm doing live demonstration of the eye drops in there because Wadata wants to put Nessuit in the store. So Nessuit Nectar is going to be in Wadata in the West End, available now inside of that natural market. So big shout out to them for making this wonderful union with me. And in celebration of it, I'm going to be down there, answering questions, dealing with the people, but most of all, setting them chairs up and dropping everybody's eyes. Because as they go into the AI workshop, what's going to help with their creativity is what if they have a greater vision inside. So well, more than anybody, Rich, what that honey do for your inner vision.
Yeah, I'm one of the biggest supporters. I'm on that honey constantly, family.
So you got the flyer.
Real quick, KT. Yeah, the link is not working. I'm gonna work on that. I don't know. It's something with Eventbrite, but I'm gonna work on that throughout the show, and I'll have that link up and running for y'all by the end of the show. Let me get the flyer because I thought you was actually gonna bring it.
No, I got it. I got it.
You got it? Okay,
I didn't
great.
know if you had it ready to go.
No, I didn't. Yeah, I'm gonna have that for y'all. But yeah, put that up, KT, and I'll share it.
Go.
All right. Okay,
yeah,
so we at Wadata. Okay.
Yeah. Wadata. Off Ralph David Abernathy in the West End. She's one of the few black supermarkets that exist in Atlanta. She's been very successful, and this ain't just a run-of-the-mill supermarket. Like, she got great food up in there, great smoothies, great juices, great vegan ice cream. She got the superb desserts. I don't care what you're looking for, it's delicious. The patties, the sweet potato pies. I think she got sweet potato pie and bean pie. I think she got both of them on the mini. And then she got natural products and then actual, regular groceries and everything like that. But yeah, we're gonna have the Nessuit Nectar and the honey in there for the people that's in Atlanta. They just want to run in the store and grab some drops or grab them from time to time and not have to deal with the online or whatever. They're going to be in there, and I'll be in there administering the drops to everybody. That'll be for free. I want to come down and just experience what it's like to get that honey in your eye or in your ear or on a wound or whatever. That's where I'm going to be at. Or you might just have some questions that you can't put in the chat that you need to ask me face to face. Sometimes it's like that too, and they don't want to do the whole consultation. You'll have the opportunity to connect with me on that.
Indeed.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, definitely. Make sure y'all come out this Sunday to Wadata, and shout out to Wadata. I haven't chopped it up with her in a while, so shout out to that sister doing magnificent work over in West End in Atlanta. So if you're in the Atlanta area, it's going to be a movie with the honey on Sunday, so make sure you come out. Yes. All right, please make sure you come out to that from 3 to 6. And I'll make sure I'm gonna put that in the on my YouTube post as well, just to remind y'all. All right.
No, I appreciate that. I appreciate that for sure.
Indeed. That's gonna be dope. Yeah, Stolen Intellect said I will be there. All right. Make sure you're there.
Look what Fire Ryan said. No lie, that the taste of that honey is out of this world. Ain't nothing in the stores with that honey. Man, appreciate that. Well, you know that more than anybody. Rich be drinking the honey out of a wine glass.
Yeah, I've never. There's no other honey like it in the world. Like I literally, family. You gotta understand. I've tried. There's so many fancy health stores in Atlanta. There's a Health Unlimited. There's Whole Foods. Seven Nada. There's like a lot of different health joint spots, and I'm from New York, so I would try the health spots in there as well with the honey, and there's nothing like it. Even the Manuka honey, the taste is nowhere near the taste. Like I said, it's the only honey you can actually just drink, like just drink it.
Yeah, without it being overwhelming. Because, you try to do that with regular honey. It's thick and it's super sweet and it's strong. It's like, you're not going to do that. But this, it's an elixir. That's the best with it, so it's available, a little bit more accessible now, to the people with this venture that we're going on, and I'm excited about it, and I look forward to the people coming out and not just supporting me. You're going to be supporting Wadata, and a community market that exists in the West End. And there's a whole flip going on in the West End right now. They just shut West End Mall down and a lot of those stores. So they about to build some complexes. There's going to be all types of stuff going on to integrate with downtown and the Beltline and all that type of stuff. So her holding her footing and sitting there, she's going to be a mainstay in that area. So I look forward to making this partnership with her for sure.
Indeed. Indeed.
No, this honey does not raise blood sugar. This is actually the only honey that you could take when you have diabetes, because it has trehalulose, which is a isomer of sucrose, which breaks down, or rather gets digested 3 times slower, processed 3 times slower than regular honey. So it doesn't cause any blood sugar spike inside of the blood. It's actually good for the pancreas and good for diabetes. It's the only sweetener that is. It's one of a kind, and we didn't, I don't know how many times I done been on here, Rich. We've been talking about this honey. It's been for years at this point now, but there's always going to be new people coming in here listening. But y'all got to understand, this honey that we're talking about is unlike anything, because you just can't put any honey in your eyeballs, and no woman could put any honey up their yoni. Exactly.
All right, so what makes before I get to the questions from the family, what makes the stingless honey that you get in Honduras different from, I'm sure they have it in other places around the world?
Tropical, because all the tropical regions have stingless bees, and those stingless bees are going to make honey based on the environment that they're in. But we have to understand where Honduras sits at. It's kind of right next to Cancun, close to them cenotes, where one of the strongest magnetic fields exist on the planet. And then we also dealing with an area that is untapped. So you can go to a lot of tropical regions around the world, but there's tourists there and there's hotels there, and you know what I mean? And all over TikTok and everything. You ain't going to find the mosquito people on TikTok. You're not going to find these apiaries on TikTok. You know what I'm saying? Like, ain't nobody. They're like, it's like those neighborhoods in the hood where there's one way in and one way out. And if you don't know nobody in that community and you come up in there, that's the last time people see you. So these areas are just like that. You can't just walk up in these spots and you don't know where these places are. And they sit on these grid points, these ley lines, where they just have this amazing energy. And in the situation I'm dealing with, this was something passed down hundreds of years. You can't just go up in there and think you're going to be somebody a beekeeper or anything. Nah, that thing is appointed, So yeah, this honey is very strong, very powerful. And I know, because down in Honduras, if it was just run-of-the-mill stingless bee honey you could get from anywhere, then people would just get stingless bee honey where they could get it from. But they all get it from one place, and this one place is because, the honey's taken there. They don't even know where the honey actually comes from themselves. But that honey is the staple, and this is the honey everybody was using for that JAB. So I'm like, if it worked for that and for them, and this is the one, and I mean, I tasted it. I use it. You've tasted, you use it. I've tasted others. I've experienced others, and they all right. But they ain't nothing like that Nessu nectar, though. Ain't nothing like that Nessu nectar, man. Yeah, it could be purchased on the website, of course. So ionicbotanicals.com, as you see on the bottom of this flyer, you can get it there, right? This is the site right there. You can come on down on Sunday and get it. And as I mentioned before, I'm also offering wholesale and bulk on the honey now too, so people can get in, on the grind, and with AI going on and everything like that, it's very easy to market it, to come up with your commercials and come up with your flyers and figure out how to communicate this to the people. It's so many ways to go about it now. So, if people are interested in that, then, you just email us and then we reach out to you and see if you're serious about it or not. But yeah, this is what's coming on this Sunday. And then I could tell them about the next thing before we get into the questions. Let me pull this one up real quick. All right. And we mentioned this last time I was on here, and I want to say thank you to everybody who supported the new product P3, which is portal purification power, the formula that I told you my queen ended up formulating, creating, that she remixed something that I put in her hand. I put it in her hand. It was silver and she turned it to gold. You know, and a lot of the women reached out, and some brothers for their women reached out, and they ended up getting it. So I'm looking forward to hearing the feedback on everybody who tried it. We've been getting great testimonies from the initial that we did in InvestFest, the few people that we got those away to, but I'm looking forward to the batch that we got off from the last time I was on the show. So thank you all for that. But this is for Herbal University. This is what all of y'all have been asking for, where people constantly say, KT, do you have a class? KT, do you teach? KT, I want to be a princess. KT, I would like to learn. KT, how do I make herbs? KT, can you show us the herbs and break them down? I just want kind of this like one-on-one. I need a class. I need a curriculum. Do you have that? Here we go. You know, so for all the people that were in Herbal University before, everyone that was in the previous classes, this was like during the pandemic, you know, this was years ago at this point, I think 2021, 2022. So 3 to 4 years ago, we still have all of your emails and all of your contacts, and everyone who was part of those classes are able to be part of this Herbal University free of charge. Y'all get free of charge because y'all are alumni. So y'all get to come up in here and get these new 26 formulas that I have to offer. You know, so any of y'all that are curious about it and y'all were in it before, there you go. But for those of you that have not, this is brand new to you. We have our pre-enrollment going on. Class starts October 21st. Pre-enrollment ends September 21st, which is just in, I don't know, about a week and a half now, because I announced it last time I was on here, and it was like, I don't know, maybe 3 weeks at that point, 4 weeks at that point. So for those of y'all that are interested, you are to reach out to us, info@soionicbotanicals.com, info@soionicbotanicals.com. That's info at that right there, info at that. Reach out, say you're interested, and you get a $700 discount, because the course is $1,700, but the pre-enrollment is an even $1,000. So for any of y'all that wants the pre-enrollment, that's ready to join, and y'all serious about it, y'all get to save all that, and y'all first in. And also, there's only limited seats. Because I'm bringing in alumni, I got to keep the space for them. So I'm only doing a limited amount for all the new students coming in. So if you are serious, I would not waste any time, because if you do take your time, then what's going to end up happening is the seat is going to be full, and you're going to have to wait till whenever I'm ready to do this again. You know, but that's what I got for y'all right now. Herbal University, 26 formulas. And when I say 26 formulas, I don't mean 26 teas. I don't mean 26 tonics. I mean 26 methodologies on how to utilize specific herbs. So we're going to be doing salves, we're going to be doing poultices, and we're going to be doing syrups and some other things I'm not even going to mention right now, because they are for the people who are ready to join, So yeah, there we go. Herbal University. So for anybody who got any questions, Rich, I'm ready to answer, but I had to let them know about that.
Oh, indeed. No, definitely. Indeed.
What you know about that, Rich?
Shout out to the C3. Mine's is halfway. Mine's is halfway done right now.
Yours is halfway done already?
No facts. Yeah, morning, night. I take it morning and night.
You be eating that straight, don't you?
Sometime, you know what I do? I make the tea with it, and then I put the honey with it.
Ooh, I know that's stingless bean honey mixed with C3, boy.
Oh, that's incredible. What? That's how I started. That's how I started doing it. That's what got me hooked.
That's what got
That's
you
what.
hooked. And then
That's
you
what
just
got
put
me
the
driving.
secret.
Hold up, KT. Hold up. That's what got me driving an hour just to pick it up. You know,
Oh,
I drive.
come and get it. Come and get it.
Yeah. Nah, that's fire. Let's get to some questions though, KT. I'm got you on the full screen. I see that people got some questions. Let's scroll to the top. Yeah, let's go to the top. Let's start from the top. Shout out to the family in here. We're gonna get some help tonight with this health thing that we all need help with. Let's see. That's
yes.
Okay. Any herbs to take for sickle cell, KT?
Oh yeah, Alcornia cordifolia. Alcornia, Alchornea, cordifolia, cordifolia, that's one of the greatest herbs that you could use for that. I don't carry it. I utilize it in some formulas that I have. But when I say I don't carry it, I have some, but I don't carry it on the site. You could do one or two things. If you want to get some Alcornia cordifolia from me, then you can email us, say you saw the live and you're interested in getting that herb, and I can just kind of do a custom order for you. Or and I would combine that with Quina Roja, which is a herb I do have that is on the site, but I can kind of put that together as a package, send that out to you. Or you could do research on it on your own, look it up online and get it. But that's one of the greatest African herbs. It's a very powerful leaf that has the properties that assist in sickle cell. But in addition to that, get your iron levels up, do a lot of grounding, get your circadian rhythm, all those things are necessary with that as well.
Indeed. All right. Let's get to the next question. No, I don't know what this person is talking about with the cayenne pepper, but I've been reading because what was I looking up, KT? I was looking up something.
Blood pressure. Cayenne pepper is real good for the blood. Good for the blood. Pepper period is good for us. That's why, as indigenous people, we love spice. We like hot foods and everything like that, and that's because of the capsaicin. Capsaicin is a very powerful molecule that's in all peppers. But when you deal with hot peppers and you get into the Scoville charts and to show you how spicy something is, but and if you look at bell peppers, you'll see that they're in the capsicum family. But capsaicin is the molecule inside of peppers, and they're very good. It's very good for the blood. It's going to help to stabilize the blood, get the blood flowing properly at its proper rate. So cayenne pepper helps with that a great deal, and, we all come up on cayenne pepper. And then that was one of the main ingredients in the trifecta of the, the lemonade cleanse, right? Water, lemon juice, cayenne pepper, and people.
Right. Water, lemonade, and water
and cayenne.
Is it maple syrup?
And ginger be in there too sometimes, and people will throw ginger in there.
You KT, you cut in and out.
I cut in and out?
Yeah, you're cutting in and out.
Ask the people. Am I cutting in and out, y'all?
Family, is it just mine? Was KT cutting in and out, or is it just on my end?
Let me know if I'm cutting in and out, y'all.
Then I want to ask a quick question about the master cleanse. Let me just see, because this is very important information. I want to make sure. They're saying no. They're saying no. I guess that's on. No, okay, so that's just for mine. All right, KT.
So
quick question. Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Clearly. All right, quick question about the master cleanse. Is that something you could only do if you're fasting, or can you do that while you're still eating food?
Yeah, you can still do that while you're still eating food. If you're doing it when you're fasting, because you might have a cold, fever, something you're getting over. Right. So you're not eating, so you're not channeling all that energy towards digesting, breaking down, wasting a lot of those alkaline secretions and everything like that. You're preserving your charge and your energy to go towards fixing the body, and getting the body back right. So in a fasting circumstance, then yes, you're just doing that. But if you're good and you're just trying to keep yourself right and preventative, then no, you can do that throughout the day while you're eating.
All right, excellent. Just wanted to know, I didn't know if it confuses your digestive system, so I'm glad you cleared that up. Let's get to the next, because there's a lot of questions, and that's why I'm trying to scroll and
Good.
make sure.
Come on with it, y'all. Come on with it. What y'all
I can't be on too late tonight. I'm actually going to Honduras tomorrow, KT.
No, I had no
Yeah,
idea.
I'm actually. I'll talk to you about it.
It's about time.
The cigars. The cigars. So
You
what
know, I know what it's for.
Yeah, I told you.
You know what I'm saying?
Let's see.
50, the site is 50% off too. I failed to mention that. Select items. C3
Excellent.
is not 50% off right now because that's limited. It's I put a certain number up and then I'd be in and out with that. But honey is Sultriol and Phyto, purple sea moss, and a couple other items, which you won't know is half off until you're checking out.
Right.
Just because it's in the cart, you won't see the hat. That's how the platform is set up. You know what I mean? But when you hit checkout, that's when they do the discount and everything. Just in case you're like, I thought it was half off. Where is it?
Yeah.
You know? How do I feel about creatine for muscle? Okay. Creatine seems to offer a lot of benefits to people, not
for the
just
brain, right? For the brain.
I was going to say, not just building muscle, but also with cognitive function, and also with women. Apparently, it helps women a lot, So I've been hearing a lot of good things about it. Back in the day when I was younger, I wasn't for it 100% because it messed with the reproductive system a little bit from what I was studying at that time. But if your goal is gains, and these days where we have all of the brain fog and everything like that going on, and from the blue light and stuff like that, it helps. It definitely helps.
Okay. So Kenyatta asks, Yoni ? What's it going down there?
Let me see if I have
Kenyatta.
Hey, wait, I thought I had my application. I think I grabbed them all and then in here right now, but I would have showed y'all the applicator that goes into the vagina. But what it does is Nesu nectar is an alkalizing substance, meaning that in the body, it helps to increase charge, but it's acidic itself. Honey is acidic, and Nesu nectar is an acidic substance, and the vagina is acidic. The male, the semen is alkaline, but the vagina is acidic. So if a man's semen is acidic based on the foods he's eating, and a woman's healthy and her vagina is acidic, that's why it's no bueno. If a woman's vagina is alkaline and a man's semen is alkaline, once again, no bueno. They're going to repel. They don't need to be like charges. They need to be opposite charges, right? So what the Nesu nectar is going to do down there is it's going to provide all those 200 compounds that's in there is going to provide healing for yeast infections, in vaginosis, post-menstrual cycle, pre-menstrual cycle to help with those cramps and all of that flow. It's also going to help tone the vaginal walls, so for a lot of females that might have had a lot of fun in their day, they might want to go through reconstruction. It helps out in that way too. You know what I'm saying? So it just purifies, it cleanses. It's a very it's a very spiritual and energetic experience from what I hear. I don't have one to know, but this is the feedback that I get back when women do end up injecting up there. They enjoy it a lot. So if you're interested for using it in that, then when you order it, you need to email us about your order and say you would like an applicator, because we do have applicators unless you want to order one, yourself online, and it just makes it easier to apply. But some women, they just with their fingers and make it happen.
Oh, my fault. All right, let's get to the next question. Let's see. I don't know what this is right here. Let's see if KT knows what this is. KT, what?
Oh yeah, that's small intestinal bacterial overgrowth. It's a digestive issue in the small intestines where your where your microbiome is just out of whack, and they're very sensitive to the foods they eat, where you might normally get some gas where you eat some beans, or you might be eating ice cream or something, you know what I mean? You get a little, theirs is like ridiculous what they go through. And the smallest little thing that their body doesn't agree with just sets them off, and they can't work, they can't do nothing, So I had a client, she's actually an actress. I'm not gonna put her out there, but this is when I really started doing a lot of research on it, because this was something that she was dealing with at the time. This was years ago, So circadian rhythm is very important. You're going to have to really get off of the devices, because the devices and the lack of tuning and timing that you have with your body is causing a lack of diversity inside your gut, and you have to heal your gut. So you want to get some probiotics, you want to get some prebiotics. The honey is both. You need to take some of this honey. That honey is definitely going to help with that. Sea moss is going to help with that. And I have a few herbs on the site that will help with that too. Quachula latte is one of them. Copokine is another one of them. And I would also suggest some Phyto. Some Phyto will help a lot. And then you can also get Bantana oil, and you can rub your abdomen and your intestines, and coating your abdomen and intestines will penetrate deep and help you from the other side. So those are all different things that I would suggest, and you can also deal with Virome, which is this company that takes fecal samples to find out how well, let's see where we at, how well your microbiome balance is, and you can get that information. And with that, you'll know what adjustments you might need to make in regards to your colon. But get more sun, get some sun in your belly button, do more grounding, get your circadian rhythm, get off the devices, balance that gut.
No, KT, I was on the real quick before I get to the next question. I forgot who was I talking to? Oh, Sharif Bey. And he's into the Qigong and everything.
Yes.
And I've been looking up in terms of the grounding, and things pop up on your feed, and I started looking into like extended squatting, like just pure, like you just squatting as for extended period of time. What exactly is the squatting? What is that benefit? What is that doing to us?
That's your pubicoccus and your pelvic floor. This is a Kegel exercise. Erectile dysfunction, premature ejaculation, lack of libido, low testosterone comes from a inhibited amount of flow in that reproductive region, in both men and women, but definitely in men. So that's why squatting, when men work out, we should spend more time working on our legs.
On legs. I knew you was gonna say that. Yep.
We're naturally upper body with our strength. So when we pull up and we do push-ups and we curl and we bench, don't get me wrong. You know what I'm saying? People like Mike Rashid that just be beasting out here. You know what I'm saying? Big shout out to him. No offense to any of the brothers that are disciplined and do that great work. But I mean, and he does this too. This is why, I can't talk about him at all, because he will do the squats. This man he'll put like, I don't know, it'd be 4 45s on each side. The bar is bending like a cartoon at this point. And he'll squat all the way down and come all the way back. He might only do 2 of them. But when you do that, the amount of stimulation, energy, hormones, the balance that occurs from that squat is unlike any curl you're going to do. Anything, because that is a man is supposed to be a protector and a provider. And if we're all upper body strength, we ain't protecting nothing, because we got to stand on our square first. We have to what a woman wants is a man that has established a unmovable foundation. That ain't happening if your legs ain't strong. You know what I mean? So squatting creates that foundation for the pyramid. The base of the pyramid is wider than the bin stone, right? Because that's what holds that thing up. So you have to keep that in mind. So when you're doing those squats, or you're staying in a squat position, that's what you're doing. You're increasing the blood flow. You're opening up that fascia, all that, because men are very tight.
Yeah.
And fascia is not the same in men as it is with women. In men, it's more rope cable like, and with women, it's more web like.
I've never heard that. Wow.
Yeah, there you go.
I've never heard that.
I stay on that.
Wow.
And that's why women are voluptuous and curvy and
makes sense
and soft, because their fascia's all like web and soft.
Oh shit!
But men are more rope, cable, tight, taut.
That brother's good. That brother's good. Yo, that's some. Yo, wow.
Yeah, that's gonna be in Unified Healing Physics. That's part of the. It's a whole chapter on fascia, boy. It's coming. But I appreciate everybody who's been getting the ebooks. People been getting them ebooks. For those of y'all don't know, I got a series of ebooks. I got 14 ebooks I wrote. I got 7 of them uploaded right now. I got to put the other ones up. These are all kind of summary excerpts from the book that I'll be releasing at the end of the year, UHP, which is Unified Healing Physics. And these books are only $17, and they digital. You get to download them. You know what I mean? So it's the heart, the blood, the nervous system, longevity, the eyes. For the person talking about SIBO, you get the digestive system one. You know what I mean? What else is there? Kidney and liver, brain, the heart. I mentioned the heart, mentioned the blood. Yeah, I got a whole slew of them on there, so y'all could go in there, jump on those, and get those. And it's a great read. Very, very simple, to the point, basic, but also has some good weight on it.
All right. Let's keep this thing going. All right. Somebody said, what about your Patreon members?
Oh, Patreon members. I got new content coming out for y'all as well, too. When I do the Herbal University, there's going to be certain videos that I do on there for the class, and I'm going to be uploading over there. But I'm going to have some Hollywood Decoded going on Patreon. Last thing that I did on there was the Sinners, which, my Sinners Decoded, that thing was real nice. I made a whole score. I did it a little different. I did it as a movie, so I have some special things specifically set up for Patreon. Whatever I can't put on YouTube or I can't talk about here, that's where I upload on there. For sure. And what I might do also on there, because I have some other written works that I did that I want them to be ebooks, but they're not within the framework of the ebooks that I have on the website, because the ones on the website, they're like specific parts of the body and systems. So what I will do is I'll take those written works that I have, turn those into ebooks, and make those as free downloads for the Patreon members. Yeah.
All right. Let's get to this next question. Where we at? All right, let's get to what do you suggest for lung cancer, and while you answer that, let me go run and answer this door real quick. But what do you suggest for lung cancer, my brother? Yeah,
lung cancer. You could do Gordolobo on the site. You could do Guaco on the site. Purple sea moss on the site, C3 on the site, Bantana oil. You take a little teaspoon of that. That's going to bring a lot of phlegm up, and it helps with asthma. But the number one on my site for the lungs is Abango, Abango. Powerful lung tea that is a blend of about 7 different herbs. That is amazing. I had to clean this house out that had asbestos. I didn't know it had asbestos at the time. I was helping cleaning this house out. And afterwards, my breathing, it was very shallow. It was deep, and I was getting up, coughing in night, gurgling and everything. It was just terrible. And it was almost a year ago. It was in October. I took that Abango and it started to I made a strong batch, like a decoction of it, and the same way that you would have like a laxative when you're constipated, it was doing that to my lungs. I've never felt nothing like that when my lungs was being squeezed. But like I said, just because I did a strong batch of it, just making like a light infusion and drinking it every day, you know, is going to help the lungs, help you with the breathing and everything like that. But also you want to get more diffusers in the house, essential oils, tea tree, eucalyptus, wintergreen, what am I leaving out? Rosemary. All right. These are going to help to open up the sinuses, open up the lungs, you know, with the breathing. And then you know, of course, I'm going to mention grounding and infrared and morning sun. These are all going to help, you know, getting your vitamin D, open that shirt up, let the sun hit it. You have great surface area on your chest. Your lungs take all your chest up, you know, so these are all things that you want to do. And then lastly, this might sound counterintuitive, but you could get some mullein, you could get some damiana, you could get some blue lotus, and these are all herbs you can smoke. And I know you like, but it's lung cancer, smoke ain't gonna. But the vape and the fumes and the terpenes that end up becoming that the vapor, when you're smoking those different herbs, they will help get all inside those lungs and bring that stuff out. Now, I'm not saying go ahead and smoke no cigarettes. You know what I'm saying? I'm not saying go on and just be smoking no, you know, ganja and all that. I ain't saying all that. I'm talking about them. Those particular things. Mullein specifically will help the most, but you can also make tea out of the mullein and it'll help with the lungs also, you know. So yeah, those are the herbs that I would suggest for those.
Okay. Peace. Any suggestion for cyst and womb healing?
Yes, P3, which is currently sold out on the site. I will be restocking it shortly. So what I will ask you to do, sis, because we do have a few more, I just haven't put them up. If you will email us at info@soionicbotanicals.com and say, I am the sister that inquired about the cyst and the womb healing, then I'll be able to help you out with the P3, which is portal purification power. It's a proprietary blend of herbs that is fantastic for women. But the other thing that I would suggest is get some Nesu nectar and an applicator, and then you can insert the honey, and that's going to help a lot as well. Balance that whole thing out.
All right, you have a complaint. I do want to address it to make sure that we clear up any confusion. They say you're not sending the product after buying.
Well, first of all, I don't think I've gotten a product from somebody called Expose MF. So,
hell of a name, huh?
Right. So first of all, we have a customer service line. We also have a customer service email. How many people we got watching right now, Rich?
About 600.
About 600 people. All right. So imagine you got 600 emails. Are you gonna answer all those emails in a day, 2 days, 3 days? Don't work like that. Emails come in the same order. They get answered in the same order that they coming in at. So if you sent us an email, which I doubt I got an email from an Expose MF, it got to contain your name. It has to contain your order number, and it has to contain, when you ordered and, what the issue is. Sometimes the issue is the zip code was not put in properly. Sometimes the issue is Expose MF was the actual name, and the post office is not going to send that out. It's going to sit at the post office because that's not a name. They ain't going to ship that. Sometimes things get returned. So sometimes it's on us. Sometimes it's on the customer, and sometimes it's actually on whoever we're shipping, who we're using at the time. Sometimes it's UPS, sometimes it's the post office. It depends. But to say that I'm not sending products out after they're buying, I don't know how I would get testimonials. I don't know how I would get all these people in the chat that talks about how amazing the honey is, or the C3 is, or any product is that I have if they never received it,
Indeed.
But yeah, products definitely go out. Some might be more delayed than others. It depends on when you ordered, whether or not you ordered something that has to be prepared. Some things get on back order. 50 people order something, and there's 45 of the things, right? Those things go out. Other 5 got to wait on the back order. When that comes in, it goes right on out. And another thing we do is when things are late or it is on us, we send gifts inside the package too. Y'all get bonuses and stuff like that. So, we take care of all of our customers. We do the best we can. We are not Amazon. I am a small business that does pretty well, but yeah, we only dealing with a few people that deal with the phone and deal with the email. So we gotta, we deal with people the best that we can. So I would suggest to expose MF to email info@soionicbotanicals.com. Do not use that name. I need your ID name and I need your order number. All right. And I'm not the one, and that's another thing y'all need to know. I'm not the one that's answering these emails. I'm not the one that's answering the phones. That's not my job. I don't do that. That's somebody else that does that. They do an amazing job doing that. So we will take care of you, but yeah, you just got to reach out and we'll make sure you're good.
Indeed. This is a big, major company, and we're transparent with this thing, and I want the family to know that, you're definitely going to be helped if something is going wrong. KT has been doing this for years, and nothing but magnificent testimonials that I receive in the email. So shout out to my brother for doing a magnificent job. Let's get to the next
one. Rich, we got Honeybee Monkey in there, just said, I can attest for his professionalism in healing products.
All right. Yeah.
So we got people up in there.
Yeah.
Yeah, the honey is amazing. The phytoplankton is amazing. His technu is amazing. I could keep going.
I use all three of those.
Just read the chat. They'll let you know.
I use all 3 of those, so I know. But hey, KT, Dark and Lovely wants to know what's a good herb for seizures. Her son is epileptic.
Yeah, so epilepsy. You want to deal with guaco. You want to deal with toranjal, also known as lemon balm. But it's a tropical Honduran version of it. Valerian root. All of those. Oh, and what's the last one? Hoya de Nespero. All of these are herbs on the site. What they do is they help to calm the brain down. You're dealing with overstimulation of GABA. GABA receptors inside of the brain. So you want to calm the brain down, relax the brain, and those herbs help with those. And yeah, you can make a tea for your son. I'm not sure how old he is. As long as he's 7 or older, those teas should work well. Dropping honey in his eyes will help with that. Phyto omega-3 will help with that. Those are all different things. And then you can think about microdosing with the, the stems and the caps.
Indeed.
Microdosing with the Mario Brothers.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. What can you use for wet brain and liver function?
Wet brain and liver function. Now, liver function, I can answer. That's going to be Cordo Mariano. That's going to be Quassia. That's going to be Chaparro Amargo. That's going to be Quachula Latte, Capulquin. All of those are going to help with the liver that's on the site. Now, wet brain. I'm not sure what wet brain is. I know about hydrocephalus. Maybe that's what they're meaning, but I don't know every disease term. So if they can elaborate on what wet brain is, Sandra, if you could write it in the chat, and Rich will throw it up on the screen so we can learn today. What is wet brain?
Right. Yeah, never heard of that.
I don't know wet brain. I'm gonna be honest with y'all. I don't know them all. Anxiety is going to be those similar herbs that I mentioned before about the epilepsy. This is going to be the toranjal, the valerian, the guaco, even soursop leaves. These are very calming. You want these calming, relaxing, not the stimulants. You want the calming and the relaxing. They're called anti-anxiolytics. Because anxiolytic deals with anxiety, just kind of calming the brain, relaxing it down because it's moving too fast. A lot's going on. C3 helps with that too. C3 definitely relaxes, and calms the body down, relaxes the body.
Yeah, I could attest to that
for sure.
definitely. Brother Rich, can you drop the link in the link in for the Discord fam? Let me know exactly what you're talking about, because we done talked about a couple of things. So just one shot. Let me know what link exactly you're talking about. And I know you wrote that earlier. You wrote that earlier.
What brain is? I
All
mean,
right.
I could look up what brain, I guess. And see.
Any herbs to take for someone who was born without the inferior vena cava, largest vein in the body?
I ain't never heard of that one.
Wow.
Okay, so yeah, just like you have the aorta, which is the largest artery in the body that, you know, comes out the heart, makes an arch. You know, when the heart pumps, you know, it has to pump it real hard because it's coming up and then going through this arch, and it's not really a pump, but that's another conversation. But the equivalent to the aorta and that size is the vena cava, and the inferior vena cava means below, you know. But I've never known anybody born without one. So if we're dealing with anything with the blood and with the heart, it's going to be Flor de Manita, it's going to be Cucumeca, it's going to be Mucilate, vitamin D, the Sotriol D product. I would say Chlorella. I would say C3, purple sea moss. Yeah, I would. Those would be the herbs and the things that I would suggest in regards to blood flow. But I'll be honest, I've never heard of anybody born without the inferior vena cava. So I'm trying to figure out how the cardiovascular system is actually working. Then, with that missing, like, what is? Yeah, I don't understand that one. I gotta look that up. Do some research on that one. But cardiovascular, if this is what we're speaking on, those are definitely things that I could suggest. You can also get the ebook that I have on the heart, and on the blood, and that might help as well, because I have certain herbs and blends and foods and lifestyle adjustments to make with those ebooks that you can get. And in addition to everybody else who's been asking about the liver and all those things, y'all can get the ebook to accompany whatever herbs that, you know, I suggested that you may want to get off the site. But I want to thank you, Pink JYZ, for this question, because I was not aware of anybody being born without an inferior vena cava.
All right. Let's I want to skip the line. This seems like a little bit of an emergency situation for somebody. What would you suggest for someone with stage 4 kidney disease and congestive heart failure? It's for their mother.
That would be té de riñón, which is kidney tea in Spanish. That's a blend of some very powerful herbs from the tropical regions of Central America and Mexico that assist in stabilizing the kidneys. I would also say to deal with concentrated tart cherry juice from the store, and dark berries, watercress, cucumber, and definitely more grounding. There needs to be an emotional release. Emotions sit in the kidneys. So you want to do some emotional release. Might be something that your mother's really holding on to that she can let out or express. And if it's not verbally, it could be through maybe a deep tissue massage or fascia stimulation that will cause the release of these emotions to come out and come forward. That will take stress off those kidneys. And that's what I would suggest for that, for sure. A lot of people who have taken the kidney tea, their GFR and their numbers and their labs that they end up getting back or end up being very good. So I would definitely suggest that to you. And then in terms of the heart failure, it would be the same herbs I was speaking about, the cardiovascular system and the heart earlier. I would incorporate those two.
Indeed. All right. Yeah, this is why shows like this are so important, family. So important.
Yeah, man.
Because
This is real.
Yeah, it's so much unique situation. Everybody has a unique situation going on, and it's just interesting to hear these things, and we could all learn from somebody else getting help. So yeah, this is some great stuff right here. Let's get to. We're gonna do about, I would say, about 8 more questions. And then we're gonna get out of here because Brother Rich got to get up super early tomorrow. So we're gonna do about 8 more.
I want you to do me a favor real quick before the next question. Can you remind everybody again about the upcoming AI seminar again? I have to go grab something temporarily. Okay. I don't want to just leave the people hanging.
Okay, good. Take right that. Family, so we got the AI workshop coming up. Check this out, family. I am so proud. I don't know if y'all seen the show last night with Sharif Bey. This thing is going somewhere that is absolutely amazing, and you'll hear me talk about it in the next month. Unfortunately, the Eventbrite's links are down today. Let me just double check again right now. It might be back up. Yeah, Eventbrite was down. You know, like sometimes these websites, they're down for a little while. Yeah, still not coming up, but check this out. Either way, let me show y'all. Check out where we're going with this thing. Let me say this again. Check out, family, where we're going with this thing. I'm talking about completely reprogramming our children, the adults, the teenagers, with our own imagery, with our own science, with our own technology, with our own everything. Let me get to this commercial real quick. The brother who did this commercial is actually going to be a part of the AI workshop that we're having on November 2nd. Check this out, family.
The future ain't coming, it's already here. Power don't wait, it's taken by those who claim it. Write your fate, or be forgotten.
We try to bury it. If they learn to use the AI, we are doomed.
Every age brings change, but this time, it's different. Power belongs to those who master AI.
It's too late. They are teaching them everything. Cannot stop them.
Create whole worlds, not in years, but in days.
No gatekeepers. No Hollywood. We tell our own story now.
If you miss this train, there isn't another one coming.
Every empire began with vision. This time, it begins with you.
Keep them ignorant. Blind them with fear and distractions. It's already too late. They are having an AI masterclass workshop.
Step into mastery. Join a movement of creators, inventors, and visionaries.
This is your fate.
This workshop is teaching them how to use their imagination effectively. We are doomed.
They cannot be allowed to learn this power. It's already too late.
This is the AI Master, Gods of Intelligence Workshop, ready to guide you.
Family, now y'all know if y'all seen a movie, like let's say the white man did somebody said Roman Catholics support AI? Roman Catholics support YouTube also. Fuck is you talking about? Roman Catholic support YouTube, the same platform we're using now. But check this out. If my people, black people, right, seen a movie trailer that looked just like that, exactly like that, on the TV, and it said produced by Jordan Peele or whoever, y'all will go absolutely insane. Yo, we finally did it. Yo. We're doing that right now on a grassroots level. but we don't have the white backers, the white gatekeepers behind us. But the very thing we've been waiting decades for, we're doing right now. And we're going to show you how to do it for your family. Listen, after this, I don't want to hear no more excuses, y'all. I don't want to hear no more excuses. After a while, it's just like, okay, yeah, yo, they bullshit. Okay. We've been waiting for this. Bobby kept telling us about imagery. It's here now. We have the ability to change it. I could make my son his own cocoa melon. I don't, because you know that shit right there, that gives that produces so much dopamine in him that it's like it's not good for him. But yo, family, I'm super excited. Like I said, I'm gonna talk about it another time on the show, but just want to share that with you. KT, go ahead, my brother. KT, go ahead.
Yeah, man. Nah, that was right on time.
Yeah.
That was right on time. I appreciate that. I was having a battery issue and I needed to plug the computer up so it didn't shut down. So I appreciate that. I had to handle that real quick. All right. So what's the next question?
All right. Let's see. Oh man. Every time I see that commercial, it just gives me so hype. Okay. What to take for a regular heartbeat?
That would also be the same cardiovascular herbs I had mentioned before. Mucilage, cucumeca, lily of the valley is a good one too. You got to be careful with that one though. You know, that's a real potent, strong herb. You can make a tincture out of it and you just take a little bit of it. So do your research, be mindful of that. But that's probably the best herb for the heart. Phyto is going to be good for that. Vitamin D is going to be good for that as well. But grounding is going to be real good. Anything with cardiovascular and the heart, you have to ground because what you want to do is reestablish the proper flow of the bloodstream and connect with the earth. Because remember, the earth has a heartbeat too. What's the heartbeat of the earth called again, Rich?
What's that? The Schumann resonance?
That's it. So take your shoes off, man. Stand on that ground and connect with the heartbeat of the earth so you could tune your heart, you know, along with them cosmos, how it's supposed to be.
Indeed. All right. Let's keep this thing going. Somebody said, can I inject honey directly into an open tumor?
Haven't done that. I wouldn't see why not, because you can put honey on an open wound and it's going to help to heal that wound, you know? So like I said, that's something that I have not done, but you can definitely try it. I don't believe that it would go in a negative direction. I think it'd be a good thing to put the honey on there.
All right. What is good for a nonverbal autistic child?
Outside. As much outside as they can have. They don't need them screens. Them screens are going to hold it down. So you need a lot of outside and you need that microbiome well taken care of. Those are really the two aspects that I would say would help a lot. Thirdly, you get a grounding mat or a grounding sheet for the bed. And then to kind of offset all that excess. And then lastly, I would say microdosing would help a lot too, because it helps to regrow neurons, create new neurons and nerve connections. So that'll be a great help as well.
Wow. Somebody says, what helps with a 5-year kindergarten born with crack in their system? Wow.
A 5-year-old kindergartner born with crack in their system. I don't know. I ain't never heard of that one either. Born with crack in the system? Wow. Okay. Well, I would say that child would need to embody as much as being a child as they can, which would mean more of the outside bike riding, skateboarding, in the park, in the mud, looking at butterflies, catching ladybugs and lightning bugs, than tablet and all that type of stuff. They need to really connect and engage with nature so that serotonin increases, their microbiome gets strong, their immune system is fortified, and that their body can rid itself of whatever's floating around in their system. When you're 5 years old, you really don't give a child herbs that are too potent. You can give them herbs that are diluted. You can dilute them a lot with water. Things like burdock, things like sea moss, mucilage is a real good one too. Things like that you can give them diluted and help with their blood and help with certain processes and things. But at that age, the child's thymus is huge. Their immune system is a beast. So you just have to fortify that immune system by putting them in the proper environment, which is more along the lines of engaging with nature.
Indeed.
Yeah.
Let's see. Wow. What do you suggest for mold in the body?
Mhm.
Is colloidal silver effective?
Yeah, so getting mold, getting fungus and things like that outside of the system, that'd be like the Parasite purge. That's the package that I came up with when we did the fast earlier in the year, January, February, whenever that was. And we still have that package available on the site, and it contains a collection of herbs that will help to, get that stuff outside of your system. So yeah, I would suggest getting the Parasite Purge package.
Okay. Let's keep this thing going. Somebody said, where is this at? Okay, should all people be vegan? I'm gonna find it. Okay, yeah. Should all people be vegan?
No. An Eskimo can't be vegan. How? What's growing in the snow? What they gonna eat? They gonna eat some frozen seaweed off Ice Island or something? How about people who live in the desert? You know what I'm saying? What they gonna eat? What's growing in all them dunes? You see a little sidewinder, you gonna snatch that snake up and throw that thing in the fire so quick. But nah, I think diet is based on phenotype, and phenotype is based on genetics plus geographical location. We're supposed to eat whatever's local. If somebody lives on an island, are they supposed to be vegan? Are they not supposed to eat no fish? That's crazy. That's crazy right there. That says, what is that, like the devil's temptation or something? Oh man, look at all these fish just jumping in my hand. I can't eat them though, because I got all these mangoes. I think that the best environment to be vegan in is the environment that we're supposed to be in, which is tropical environments between the 20s, between the Tropic of Cancer and the Tropic of Capricorn, wrapped around the planet within those regions. That's the best place to be vegan. And then you can throw some fish on it to add a little extra razzmatazz if you want to, I mean, of course, I've spoken on it before. We could be breatharians. We don't got to eat nothing if we don't want to. We do it the right way. But as you get into the temperate regions, that changes, especially for us, So sometimes we have to incorporate other things inside of our diet. We don't have to, but it does help, And so to answer your question, I don't think all people should be vegan, because I don't know ice plants. There's some desert plants, I don't think, you're going to have a whole family just living off cactus and hoodia. That ain't going to work, So it's going to shift and change based on where you live. I think that's what makes the most sense.
All right. I mean, that definitely makes sense. This is a pause question, I guess you would say.
Oh,
what is the herb to make the penis bigger?
Well, the Tekanu is going to help with that, because some of the herbs that they have in there assist with that. So, in terms of, because you got length and you got girth, that's the two aspects of the phallus that, men want to increase. But really girth more, because that's really what the women like more than length, is they like girth more, and you're going to get that from the proper amount of blood flow. So you have to eat the foods that's going to increase nitric oxide. And you want to also do, I forget what the process is called, but there's a stretching process that you can do with your phallus, where you utilize Jamaican castor oil because it's very penetrating and it helps with the fascia. So in it penetrating and getting into the fascia, and you constantly practicing on stretching the flaccid phallus. When it's flaccid over time, you start to develop a means to hold more blood flow in there, and create more cavernous pockets for the blood to be in. And the more blood flow and the more blood you can hold inside of your phallus, the larger your phallus will become. A lot of men, they have way more phallus, but they got a gut. They lose that gut, they get an extra 2-3 inches automatically, and then you have situations where it's exercise, it's your posture, it's you not working out, and as we get bigger and we get stronger, our body has to proportionately match that, so there's different means to do it. There's herbs, there's foods, and there's actual exercises and lifestyle changes in order to get, your phallus to grow. Now, I'm not saying that you're just going to get an extra 6 inches both ways on there and nothing like that. But yeah, you can get an extra inch or two. You can an extra half inch or something in your width and everything if you do the right things. And Tekanu would definitely get you on your way. That is for sure.
Oh, that's serious. That's another one that I definitely yeah,
they be surprised. Cats be surprised with that Tekanu do. And if you mix it with, did you get the oh, you need more. You don't have any right now, right?
What, the Tekanu?
Yeah,
I didn't get any. I didn't get any.
Yeah, I got to make you some so you can have some with the pistachio milk.
Yeah,
like I mentioned last time.
Yeah. Let's do 2 more questions, family. Let's do 2 more questions before we get out of here. I'm very happy that y'all are getting a variety of questions. So I'm glad that everybody's getting the help that they need. This is a common one. Can we rebuild cartilage in the knee?
For sure. Purple sea moss.
I think Mr. G. Yeah.
Mr. G. Now that clip that you see, he actually now has the footage. So he redid the clip and put the footage in there when he was on the cane limping around everywhere. When his knee was messed up.
I seen it. That's what I seen.
Oh, you saw that one? Okay, good.
Yep.
Yeah. So he took that purple sea moss, man, and now he, don't mess with Mr. G on that court. He'll break your ankles, and then you'll need more C3. You know what I'm saying? Purple sea moss then, but purple sea moss most definitely. Yes.
All right. Yeah, get that purple sea moss, family. Okay,
that's on sale. That's one of the things on sale too.
Oh, that too?
Yeah, purple sea. I see 3, but the purple sea moss is. Yeah.
Okay. Last question for the night. What can you take for being sleepy all the time?
Geefy tea, one of Brother Rich's favorites.
Yeah, I got so many favorites. I know they'd be like, "Yo, Brother Rich, you
got about 3, maybe 4.
3 or 4. I think 4.
I think it's 4.
C3. Hold on. Geefy tea, honey. Tekanu and the Phyto.
And the Phyto. Okay, you got 5.
Phyto is 5.
5. You got a basketball team right there, bro.
Yeah, that's
they win. They win in the finals.
Yo, bro, that's why I started 5 right there, bro. Oh man, but
so Phyto's gonna help with that. Geefy tea is gonna help with that. Contribo is gonna help with that. Damiana is gonna help with that. Kukulmeka is gonna help with that. You got to get that iron up. Mucilate is going to help with that. Vitamin D is going to help with that. And Tekanu, definitely. Tekanu going to keep you up. That you ain't gonna be sleepy on no Tekanu for sure.
Yeah, I don't know if Tom is a troll or not. This dude is funny. He said about to order a boatload of
Tekanu right now. You better go get it. And that's on sale too. That's half off right now.
No, KT, that's the dude who's asking how to make his penis bigger.
Go get it. Go get it. And please, I need the testimonial. I was only working with ABC, but now You're gonna be there with 5 women by your side in the video.
Yo, this dude is not playing, man. Oh, nigga said a boatload.
Get it, because it's half off right now, and I don't even know how many I have available at the moment. So yeah, jump on that.
Indeed. All right. So would that be all right? One last question, because I know this is this is common on the internet, on Instagram, the Jamaican castor oil. What's your thoughts
not
on
a particular website that I know of. Just do your research, get one that got good reviews, and that's all that's in there. You know what I mean? And it ain't cut with nothing. That's what I would suggest. But that might be something that I know I'm gonna be utilizing it in a product that I'm developing right now.
Yeah.
In terms of just having it on its own, I might do that too. Now I'll be giving things away too quickly. I ain't gonna say nothing. I'll let y'all know when it happens. Yeah.
All right. Well, yeah. Let's all right, one more question. Because I see somebody bought Parasite cleanser. Can I do it for longer than 7 days?
Yeah, because that Parasite cleanse is designed to last for a longer period than that. When you're done though, take your break, because those are very potent herbs and a whole powerful thing that you're doing purging, and what I would say is, for those of y'all that are interested in a Parasite purge cleanse, remember I do have duck flower available right now too. So what I would do is I would do the duck flower and get it all out. I would take a week after the duck flower and then start the Parasite purge, right? And then once the Parasite purge is done, you should be Gucci. Now, people will say, I won't ever have to take one again. I wouldn't say that, because parasites are microscopic. They're everywhere. They're in the air. They're coming out of the chemtrails. They, foods you're eating, dogs and animals and people. And, we're always dealing with microscopic invaders, so you're going to always want to cleanse yourself seasonally. The last fast that we did was at the top of the year. We should be doing a new fast now coming up, because we're going into that season of Halloween, Thanksgiving, Christmas, where everybody's just going to throw all this information out the window and get down and dirty.
Indeed. KT, one more time, leave your contact information before we get out of here, my brother.
For sure. So yeah, I'll put this back up too. Is this still up? Yeah, it is. Let me put this So yeah, on Sunday, I will be in the West End at Wadada's, because we will be celebrating the release and debut of Nesut Nectar in the Wadada store. So I will be there doing a live demonstrations of honey drops. Okay. No, y'all women don't come up to me asking for no live demonstration of the applicators. I'm not about to do that. But I have some applicators for you to take home. You know what I'm saying? But I'll be doing live demonstration of the applicators. I mean, see, y'all got me thinking about it now. I'm gonna be doing live demonstrations of the eye drops, and I'm gonna be dropping in people's ears and stuff if they need to. We'll have the drops in the jars there for purchase at the store. And I'll also have a couple products on me. I have some duck flower. I'll probably have a couple Tecanews, some purple sea moss, few C3s, not a lot, but I have a few for the people that come and feel like getting some products, and then also be there to answer some questions, some private concerns, maybe some feedback, because I definitely take criticism and critiques on how I could do better personally and with the business, so, come on through, holler at me, talk to me, support the community. That's where I'll be. If you look at the bottom of this flyer, you see soionicbotanicals.com, as well as on my shirt. That is the website. If you put info at in front of that, then that's the email. That's where you can send your inquiries to. And for those of y'all that are interested in Herbal University, the new class, pre-enrollment has begun. It's going all the way to the 21st. You get a $700 discount right now. It's just $1,000 for the 26 formula class by me, sharing with you what I learned from Sabi, what I learned from my mama, what I've learned coming up, and what I've taught myself that people have been inquiring about. I will be sharing 50% off sale on select items on the site right now. And yeah, you'll find me at soionicbotanicals.com, Instagram, YouTube, TikTok, and Patreon is KT the Arch Degree.
All right. Listen, with that being said, KT, I want to thank you for coming on the show once again. I'm going to be hollering at you soon because I got to link up with you for a couple of things. So you'll be hearing from me soon, my brother. But wonderful show. I'm glad we are able to service the community in this fashion, helping them with their unique issues, problems, or whatever they may be going through at the present moment. And I thank everybody for tuning in tonight. And yeah, I will talk to everyone soon.
Peace and love, y'all.
All right. Peace, y'all. Peace, KT.
Peace.
Peace, family. I will see y'all on Monday. All right. See you Monday. Peace, family.